Hi guys, it's me Chrissy and I'm here with my September wrap-up. I finished about like 4 or 5 books, sort of. The first book I finished this month was Ilustrado by Miguel Sijuco, and that is currently with one of my friends, and she's reading it right now and she says she likes it. And then after that, I decided to pick up Memoirs of a Geisha by Arthur Golden. This was on my TBR. And because it was taking me a while, because it's a slow-paced book. It was taking me a while, so I was like, you know what, I want to speed this up. So then I put this down, and then I haven't picked it up since, and I feel bad about that because this is actually a good book, and I've only gotten about 55 pages in. But it's pretty good for the first 55 pages, but I still have to finish it because I made a promise by saying this was on my TBR, so yeah. And then the next book I picked up after that was Anthem by Ayn Rand, which is also my TBR, so I finished it. This is the version, it's only like 105 pages, so I finished it in like a day. And then this part is the book, and then the second part has all of her notes on the story, so that's cool. And I can see like what she wanted to include, what paragraph she didn't like, and all that. That's nice. And then this month I bought this book this month, and then I read it also this month, but it took me a while to read, not because it was bad, but because I was also busy, and then I didn't give myself enough time. Like, I'd stay for 30 minutes and then stop, but then after I gave myself like at least an hour and more, I could really get into this story, and that is The Invasion of the Tearling by Erika Johansen. This came out I think back in June, but it didn't come out in my bookstore until like late July or early August, and so I was like hoping nobody bought it, thank God. And I was able to get it, and I read it, and it's so good. I have a review, a vlogish review. I will post that up soon. And then right after that, because this was Invasion of the Tearling was a pretty like chunky book, like not because it's very long, but because of like the story and how deep it is and like how amazing it is. I decided to pick up, I bought this month as well, mostly because of the price. It was only 10 pesos. So I was like, it looks nice, it has recipes, and it's 10 pesos. So I got MFK Fisher's Consider the Oyster. Yeah, it's actually very nice. It's 77 pages of oyster goodness. Like, I have oyster stories, oyster recipes, and like the life of an oyster. After this, I really wanted to eat like seafood. So yeah, it was published in the 1950s, and it has like recipes on oyster stew. Here we go. Different kinds of oyster stew, fried oyster, oyster stuffed in something. So yeah, I got really hungry when I was done with this, but that was nice. And it was also kind of really nice because I read this before bed, so I got sleepy and hungry, which like it's not a good combo, but you know. So after that, I was at the bookstore again. I really should stop because I overspent this month and I overdid it with books this month. Like, yeah, I haven't bought this many books since March. Anyway, I was at the bookstore with my sister, and then I just saw this and I knew I had to get this. And that is Persepolis, A Story of a Childhood by Marjane Satrapi. It's so good. It's so good. I almost cried while reading this, and you know, that doesn't happen a lot because I'm not a very emotional reader. So this was like, it hit like right here. And this is like the story from the perspective of someone who lived in Iran back in the 80s, and there was a war between Iraq and Iran, and yeah, it's just really good. Like, I'd say you have to read this for yourself, and I think this is also a banned book, so all the more reason to recommend it. And then this month I also picked up again Dune by Frank Herbert, the second book. Muad'Dib. I am not yet done. I'm planning to finish it today, so I guess I'm just gonna include that in my wrap up today. So yeah, so far it's very good. I'm getting more into the story, into the characters. Like the plot is really moving along, and that's pretty awesome. So I'll have a review for the second part of Dune soon. So yeah, that is it. These are all the books I read this month. Have you guys read any of these? What do you think? What are you reading this month? Did you enjoy what you read? Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for sticking around. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!